Hey guys, Ultra Maximus here, and I'm back with another movie list, I guess you would call it. Boobop 1987 sent me a request for a movie list, and I thought it was actually a pretty interesting one. The request was top 10 Liam Neeson films, which is kind of interesting. I like the idea of your favorite actor film list. I think that's pretty cool. I've never done one. And Liam Neeson is definitely a great actor. He's very kind of behind the front stage actor, I guess. He's an A-list actor, absolutely, but he's not a bold and out there actor that's going to draw a lot of names, a lot of people in, like Tom Hanks or Arnold Schwarzenegger or people to that kind of caliber. Which, not to say that Liam Neeson isn't a good actor. I think he's probably a better actor. Well, I don't know about Tom Hanks, but definitely better than Schwarzenegger. But yeah, so I thought it was kind of interesting. So these aren't the greatest films ever. They're not the highest budget. They're just my personal favorite Liam Neeson movies in top 10 list format. So let's check it out. At number 10, I've got The A-Team. This is kind of a fun movie. It wasn't the greatest at the theater. It didn't do all that great. There won't be a sequel, but it was pretty good, and I liked it. It was what it was. It's just an action movie based off an old TV show, and it entertained me. So I can't complain about that. And this is one of those really Liam Neeson, really in this role, which he did a good job. I liked him, and as the leader of the group, I thought he captured it very, very well. So yeah, it's kind of cheesy. It's fun. I like it, so that's why it's number 10. Number 9, I've got Darkman. I always liked this movie. I always thought it was kind of a. I'm pretty sure it wasn't a comic book, but it reminded me of a comic book. So it just had that comic book feel and flavor, and I think it would make a good comic if it wasn't. Um, he just kind of gets everything torn away through this fire in his face, and he's kind of a nobody turned vigilante and getting revenge. And I just really, really dig this movie. I think Neeson did a good job in it, so definitely has to hit my top 10 Liam Neeson movies. All right, number 8, I've got Battleship. And this is one of those, it shouldn't have been as good as it was films. It didn't do very well. I mean, it did okay here in the US. It opened right in front of the Avengers and just got wasted. Overseas, it did remarkably well. So it was actually a pretty fun movie, action movie. It was a lot better than it should have been. I was entertained. I thought it was going to be the biggest pile of crap. It was actually better than the G.I. Joe movie. Now, Neeson isn't in this film a lot, but he is in the film, so it meets the criteria, and I did enjoy the movie. So that's why it's number 8. Number 7 is going to be The Deadpool. Classic Dirty Harry film. Probably my second favorite Dirty Harry movie behind the original film. Um, I think this was the last Dirty Harry movie as well. So definitely cool. Love the movie. Love Neeson in it, and it makes the top 10 list. Number 6 goes to Clash of the Titans, the remake of the classic 1981 film. I liked this movie. I thought it was good. It was a great 3D film. It was very adventureful, and they had a nice little nod to the original movie with the Clockwork Owl. And I think Neeson did a good job at playing Zeus. He was very arrogant in the film. I still haven't seen Wrath of the Titans, which I really do want to check out. So definitely my top 10 Neeson list film. Number 5 is going to go to Schindler's List. He obviously plays Schindler in the film, and this is a good movie. It's a classic movie. This is one of those monumental milestone films, I think. Probably Steven Spielberg's personal favorite, I would think, that he's made, him being Jewish. It's a good film. It's a good historical film. It's very touching and moving. movie, and I think Neeson did a great job in it, and it really showed off his acting abilities. And it's like I said, this is a milestone film. Number 4 is going to go to The Gangs of New York. Great Scorsese flick. DiCaprio is awesome. Cameron Diaz is smoking hot in this movie, and then Daniel Day-Lewis does a good job. He's just a great asshole in this movie, and it's funny because Neeson's character is obviously in the movie a priest, but Neeson was supposed to play Abraham Lincoln in the Lincoln film for Spielberg, which he worked with Spielberg on Schindler's List, but ended up he couldn't do it because it took so long to get the thing made, and Daniel Day-Lewis ended up stepping in to play the role of Lincoln, which I think Neeson would have been a better choice. I saw some of the test footage of it, and he looked really, really good as Lincoln. So I think that kind of put a bad taste on my mouth for the Lincoln film. But this classic film, if you haven't seen it, check it out. Number 3 has got to go to Batman Begins. While this was an okay Chris Nolan Batman film, it wasn't the best. I liked it. Dark Knight is far superior to this film, but Liam Neeson does a great job as Ra's al Ghul. Totally captures it. I even like the take they have on immortality in it. Very, very witty, and brought it to the real world. And of course, he appears at the third film, The Dark Knight Rises. But yeah, Neeson smashes Ra's al Ghul in this film. Absolutely. Number 2 for me has got to be Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. I really did dig Qui-Gon Jinn as a character. I thought he did. And apparently the bird doesn't think it was all that great. I liked it. I liked how he was very much in that flavor of it's true in a certain point of view Jedi mode. You can really see where Obi-Wan got that from Empire, and he's just an all-round great character. And this movie focuses on him and finding Anakin, obviously, so we get lots of FaceTime with Qui-Gon Jinn. It's unfortunate he dies in the film, but it works for the plot for the movie series. I just would have liked to have seen him come back as a ghost maybe in the third one or something. That would have been nice. They mention that in the third film, but you don't actually see that happen. So, but definitely a great performance, great character, and it's a Star Wars movie. Come on. How can this not be in the top 10 list? And my number 1 Liam Neeson film is Taken. This movie came out of nowhere. It was like a smack in the face, and all of a sudden, damn, when did Liam Neeson become such a badass? This was a surprise film for me. I didn't know about it, didn't know it was coming out. Sat down and watched it, and it was amazing. It's intense, it's action-driven, and it's just really, really written well. And I haven't seen the sequel, but I really, really do dig this, and I think it's probably my favorite film of his because it shows off his good acting ability and the fact he can play a badass and carry a really cool action thriller film. Now, another movie that I'll throw out there as an honorable mention has got to go to Narnia, The Chronicles of Narnia, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, which he obviously does the voice of the lion, and it's a voiceover, so I couldn't really include it into this because I wanted some FaceTime scenes for my top 10 list. But there they are. I hope you guys like it. I think this is a really interesting topic. What are your favorite Liam Neeson films? And I think this is a good trend for actors. You know, what's a kind of out there actor or somebody you don't really think of a lot, and do a list on them. I think that's a great idea. It's a great concept, and I'll probably do more in the future. So thanks for watching. Boobop, thanks for the idea. I think it's a really good one, and I hope you guys enjoyed it, and look for more videos in the future.